Welcome back to another episode of It's Not a Free Brunch. I'm your host, Peter Komalafe, and I'm in a really beautiful location outside today. I've got a lake right here in front of me with a couple of yachts, but why are we here? So Dubai is known for its networking events, and today we are at a networking event, the 2025 Legends Dinner. And in this part of the show, we're going to be taking you to meet a couple of former football players across England and Scotland, including some of the ex-managers which have managed both nations as well. So we're going to be speaking to them a little bit later on, but first let me just show you what the venue looks like. Right, so the guests are now starting to arrive and starting to settle into their table. So I think this is the perfect time to go find some people to go speak to and figure out why they're here at this networking event this evening. So we're joined by Matt. Thank you so much for agreeing to do a Vox Pop with us. Can you tell us kind of who you are and what you get from coming to this type of event?
So I've been in Dubai now for almost 10 years, and this is a great opportunity for me to just grow my friend base, my contact base, and those who maybe I potentially want to do business with.
Yeah. So when you go networking in Dubai, what's the mix between business and pleasure?
Good question. It's probably a little bit 50-50, 70-30, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, so it's always business and pleasure. Yeah, so they do go hand in hand in Dubai. Yeah. We're very fortunate.
It's much like the golf course. They said a lot of business gets done on the golf course, but also friendships as well.
Absolutely. You got it. Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
So tell us why, how is this the first time you've come to the Legends Dinner?
No, I've been a few times now actually. I'm quite an avid football fan. Okay. And this is a great opportunity to meet some of those ex-heroes, I suppose, or some of those players that you've grown up watching. So you can get up close and personal, which I don't think you can really do anywhere else other than Dubai. Yeah.
Have you ever met one where you were a little bit starstruck?
I think it was actually, ironically, it was Frank McAvenny, who's actually here again tonight. Okay. The first time I met him, and some of the stories he was telling.
It's not like the first time.
Is that right? That's right, yeah. So yeah, he would probably be the first, yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, so obviously with Dubai, it's very much known for business and finance. Are there any business or finance mistakes that you've made in the past, and what lessons could you kind of say that you learned for the viewers?
I think if I had my time again when we landed, probably buying property earlier than we did. I think that was a little bit of a faux pas, but I think with the advisors that we had at the time, they were suggesting don't, but actually on reflection, we should have done. So that would be probably my my error.
I definitely have exactly the same one from 2020. Should have bought down in Dubai Creek Harbour, and I didn't. And I actually went there 2 weeks ago for the first time in 4 years, and oh my God, what they built. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, you moved the decimal point, right?
I know, right? Exactly, exactly. Thank you so much for speaking to us, Matt.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Our next guest, you're probably going to recognise from the Oryx World episode.
Hello. How you doing? You okay?
Nice to bump into you here.
Thank you very much.
So, Do you come here often, or
What a question! What a question that is. Do you come here often? I come here every year. The Legends Dinner happens every year.
Okay.
For I think the last 12, 13 years.
Okay.
So it's always at Jebel Ali.
Okay.
They're the partners of this. Friends of mine that have been doing this every year, and it's just a community of expats that come every year, meet some of their old heroes from the football fraternity, and it's a great night out. It's a great weekend actually.
So aside from it just being a great night out, a great weekend, and obviously meeting some of the ex-greats in the game, are there any business benefits for you being here and partaking?
It's just another chance to catch up with people that you don't see very often. In a nice environment. I mean, this is beautiful. And as the night goes on, it gets funnier and funnier. So yeah, it's good. It's good fun. It's good fun.
Were you up playing golf at a village?
I don't really play. No. And tomorrow we've got the football as well. It's on at 2:00.
Okay, yeah.
So it's 7 aside with the old players.
Nice.
And again, that's a good fun laugh. It's very funny.
So are you playing?
No, not me. You can play if you want.
No. I'm all right. I'm rubbish at football, so that's definitely not me. I wouldn't want to embarrass myself.
This is the only part that I actually partake in. The food and the drink. It's good. It's good. You'll enjoy tonight.
Well, thank you. So we are asking people, because obviously Dubai is about business and finance. Are there any business mistakes that you've made that you've learned from, and what lessons have you learned?
Yeah. In my earlier career, I was sponsoring nights like this, and it's more of an egotistical thing because you want to be involved in it. Yeah. So my wife would say that was a mistake, but I've always loved it. I've always loved that. But other mistakes that you have to, because that's how you learn.
Yeah.
You get better, and you hope that you don't make the same mistakes again. Yeah. And over the years here, we've got involved in different projects. Some work well, some don't work so well, and you just move on. But you kind of make sure that you don't dwell on the mistakes that you made. You just learn from them. That's the best way you can do it.
I know a lot of people obviously looking to move here because obviously Dubai is this utopia at the moment with a lot of businesses and business owners moving here. How would you describe, or what would you say to someone who is maybe a little bit fearful of making a mistake in that transition over here? Because for a lot of people, it's a big move, right, to make. What would you say?
I think you've got to embrace that situation. If you've got any inkling of making the jump, you should do it. You should do it, but you should plan it, and you should make sure that you've got enough money to live it out. Yeah. And you should also make sure that you don't jump into the dream too quick.
Yeah.
Don't just jump into the dream as if you're on holiday, because you're not. You've now decided to move over, and your family, your friends are relying on you making this a success. Yeah. So you take those rose-coloured glasses off and get stuck into it.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I agree exactly the same thing wholeheartedly. I definitely see people wanting to move here thinking it's just going to be like
easy money.
It's going to be really, really easy. It's a holiday, and it's just not. It really, really isn't.
It's hard work. Yeah. You can always tell the people who have been here a long time, if they're walking about with a killer tan, right, they're still on holiday. So you've got to look at it. If you see me, I'm almost pale blue. Right? It's because I'm always working and I'm in the AC. Yeah. So that's kind of how it is. You come here, work, and enjoy the benefits that come with it. Yeah. But you need to ask a lot of questions on your journey as well. And that's kind of how we work with some of our clients as well. We just bring them forward, and it's good. It's good. But you've got to be careful with it.
Fantastic. Cheers, mate.
Good to see you. Have a good night.
Cheers. So we're now joined by Derek and Chris. Now, Derek, I know that you're kind of the guy behind the Legends Dinner. Yeah. Tell us a little bit more about that, and we'll come to you, Chris, in a moment.
Okay, I came up with the idea. This is the 13th anniversary. So 13 years ago, I came up with the idea. Players I'd played with, players I'd worked with on television. I'm going to come up with some kind of charity event that people could enjoy. And I've had the Scotland-England Legends has been going for, this is the 30th anniversary, and it's good strong. Big thank you to all the sponsors, because without the sponsors it doesn't happen. Yeah. And they've been fantastic with the golf sponsor, the shirt sponsor for the Scotland England kits, the dinner sponsors, and my boss lets me do it. I've got a real job, but he lets me do this every year. It's one of the best events. You can see here, over 200 people at the event. So yeah, it's fantastic. I keep it going. I keep saying, oh, it's my last one. Then the guy said, oh, I'll do it like one more time. So I'm just going to keep doing it.
Yeah, and Chris, you're the host, obviously. So how many of these have you hosted now?
So I think this is my 5th or 6th, and it's brilliant. Every year it gets better and better. You know, from last year, Dean Saunders, we had Charlie Mulgrew, Robert Snodgrass. I mean, this year we're talking about Sam Allardyce, former England manager. The incredible work he did at Bolton. We've got Roy Aitken, we've got the Bear, former Celtic and Scotland captain, and then to round it off we've got Frank McAvenny. So that's testament to Derek. He's got a wonderful contact book. He's got a better contact book than me. Bringing these guys over, and just, you know what I love about it, feels like a family. Everyone's in on it. It's close, it's intimate, and you get the great stories which make this event better than any event that I've certainly done over my time in Dubai.
I've heard about the stories. Before we get onto those, I might have a question on that for you in a moment, but do you have to, what's the pitch when you're trying to get, you know, the legends to come to this type of event? What's the pull?
Well, the majority of guys that came to the first one are still here now. And the best thing about, I've added new ones. Gareth Barry's won it once in the last couple of years. But one of the best things for me is about it, in the golf is 14 four balls, 56 players. And I put it out, I didn't even advertise it, I put it out, all the golfers, do you want to take it this year, out of courtesy? They say yes. And they play with the same guy mainly the year before, and they're close to the player now. You know, so for example, one of the players there, he's played with Andy McLaren for the last 10 or 12, 14 years, whatever it'll be. And they get a relationship, and it's good, it gives you a good bunch of people that come to it. Yeah.
I mean, these types of events are obviously always good for things like networking and meeting new people and stuff. For the businesses that obviously sponsor this, what is the main attraction? The fact that they get the ability to network with people that they may not necessarily meet on their normal day-to-day kind of like role?
Exactly. Well, I work for a company called Torishima, and a lot of my customers are here because of me. And they're playing in the golf, and it helps my business as well. But not just that, there's other people coming in, and they're in a similar industry. You know, there's many oil and gas and water and desalination plant guys, but there's other people get onto the back of that. So it's just friendships and people making relationships with each other. That's the main thing about it for me. It's good fun. They know it's going to be a great night. They're going to get good, well entertained. Chris hosting it.
And the unifying factor is football. So we're all football fans here. So no matter what industry you're working in, whether you're a Celtic fan, a Rangers fan,
Man United,
Liverpool, it doesn't matter. Boys are here, they're integrating, they're mingling. And it's like, and I say it to Derek every year, we come back here and it's handshakes, nice to see you again. It's a proper family kind of community, kind of feel to it. And you look out there tonight, the atmosphere's brilliant. People know one another. It's just a great catch up every single year.
And one of the things that I'll have to say as well, that the guys come over and, you know, they really look forward to it, they're excited about it coming. The people coming to the dinner, they say, I can't wait for 3 weeks, the Legends is coming. And it's got that kind of vibe about it. And it's long may it continue. GA, absolutely brilliant. I used to work here. The guys are fantastic. The food's great. We know they're going to have good service and everything. So that's key as well.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Cheers.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. All right. So we also have Tony with us as well. Tony, thank you so much for joining. Can you tell us what's your vibe with the event this evening?
Okay, so my name's Tony Turnbull. I'm the COO of Access and Coating Group. We are one of the sponsors of the dinner.
Okay.
So what it means to us is it's a good chance to get our brand out there. It's a good chance to do a little bit of networking.
Yeah.
But more than anything, it's a fantastic event to see some legends in town and have some decent conversations. And
people often say in business that obviously networking is important because you need to expand your kind of like your group, meet new people, discuss business, also build friendships. How important is this type of event to your business? Do you actually get the return on investment for it?
I wouldn't say we actually get a return on investment, but what we do get is a network that we can build on, and you never know what's around the corner with these type of events, you know. And it's all about making contacts, making friendships, like you said, and you never know what comes along, you know.
Indeed. So how long have you been in Dubai for?
So our company was born in Kazakhstan. Okay. That's where our main business is. And we've been in UAE for 3 years now. It's a long, laborious road to get pre-qualified, to get established, to get up and running. So we're nearly there now. So this is why this is important as well for ACG. As we embark on this journey in the Middle East, we need as many contacts and as many friendships as we can, you know.
Yeah. And so for these types of events and broadening that network, what's the big goal from a business point of view? What are you aiming for from a business point of view?
From the company's point of view?
From the company's point of view, yeah.
I mean, if you want the high-level goals, it's to be a successful, profitable industrial services and fabrication company with an annual revenue of $100 million a year.
Fantastic. And so how far are you on that journey, would you say?
We're probably about 10% away from where we need. Sorry, I'll start that again. We're probably 10% just now.
Okay.
We've got a long way to go.
Yeah,
but the good thing is we're here at the right time. The UAE is booming.
Yes.
Fantastic opportunities in the oil and gas industry. Lots of projects coming along. So we're here at the right place at the right time.
Indeed, and as they say, the journey is where all of the fun is basically had.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
I've got one more question for you before I let you go and have a drink and crack on this evening. Dubai's known for business and finance. Mm-hmm. Are there any business or finance mistakes that you may have made, and what lesson could you say you've learned from it that might be beneficial to the viewers?
So we're not based in Dubai, we're now based in Abu Dhabi. Mm-hmm. The biggest challenge we face, and I think everybody faces it, is on-time payments for your services. Mm-hmm. It's a huge challenge, huge challenge.
Yeah, indeed. I definitely feel your pain on that. You've got to have something in place. But again,
we're used to 30 days on the dot in Kazakhstan. We can be somewhere around 90 days, 120 days before we get paid.
Yeah, planning for that is always an important thing, absolutely.
So building up your working capital, managing your cash flow is a huge challenge.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for speaking to us, Tony. Appreciate it. Have a good evening. Cheers.
As well.
Thank you. So the Legends Dinner is so much more than just a dinner event like you saw last night. During the 3 days of the event itself, they get together and play some sport. Yesterday they played golf. So all of the former legends are going to be playing some football today. So this is day 2. This is match day. Right, so we're outside the England dressing room right now, and I'm joined by none other than Gareth Barry. Look, I'm a big fan of your career and the clubs that you play for. You've had an immense career, but tell me a little bit about why you're here at the Legends event.
It's just something when you obviously finish football, you need little carrots in life, something to look forward to. And Derek White, who organises this, he invited me over here 4 years ago. Obviously enjoyed the first trip and I've been back ever since. So game of golf, game of football against the Scots. It's good fun, all good fun, all good fun. Perfect. But obviously we want to win, don't we? We always want to win.
We do. I think they won at the golf yesterday, didn't they?
Yes.
So
they did.
This will be an opportunity to get one back, I think.
Yeah.
Equal the score.
Yeah, it'll be a tough game. They seem to have a few more players than us, so the energy levels might be a bit higher from the Scots. But
you're going to be on the pitch, though.
I'm going to try and I'll do my best. 100%. I'm a 100%er.
Absolutely. So, in terms of, we talked about this event being something that is great for networking, getting back together with people that you may have met during your career, and just that camaraderie that you build. Are there any of the reasons why you find this kind of event really kind of like appealing to you to come back to?
I think what you just said, it's great to meet old players that you played along in your career, old stories coming up. But you say networking, understanding what everyone's doing after football and away from football as well. Just meeting new people, it's all good fun.
Yeah. So what do you think the score's going to be today then?
There's going to be plenty of goals. I'm going to go for a 10-9 England victory, I think.
I like it. I like it. I like it indeed. What's next for you anyway?
My life's good. I'm happy where I'm at the minute.
Yeah.
Not involved in football too much. I go and watch my son who plays a bit of non-league football on a Saturday. Family time, enjoying life, trying to keep it stress-free. That's where I'm at.
Good man. Really good to speak to
you.
you.
Good to see you, yeah.
Good man. Cheers.
Top man.
So I have the privilege of having Big Sam Allardyce with me right now. And look, there's lots of energy going on because you're obviously managing the match today. What's your prediction? What's the
My prediction is trying to keep the lads on the field in this heat after yesterday's golf adventure and a few beers for them after on the pitch, so we can try and finish the game and win it.
Yeah.
That's the object of the game. But for me personally, it'll be that rotating if we can, because playing in this heat will be trying to get some players off and on, plenty of fluids. And when I say fluids, I mean water.
Water, not beer.
Not beer. Yeah. So looking forward to it, and obviously Derek's been doing it a long time. First time for me, so interesting to see the lads sweating today.
I was listening to your speech yesterday, and they mentioned that obviously you've been invited to this one, but this one just happened. You just happened to be in Dubai anyway.
That's right. Yeah.
So what's the appeal? What was the draw that was like, I finally need to come down to the Legends?
Well, I mean, I've known Derek more than 13 years, so I've known him way back to Showtime days when we used to do the TV. Him and Rob McCaffrey used to be on the TV, and I used to come over as a guest. And I was tripping to Dubai even before then with my teams and coming for personal holidays, and been doing that ever since. Yeah. So as I was already here, I hadn't been able to get over here the times that the game was on, the golf was on. So this time I was already here. So I said I'd pop down and come and join in.
Yeah. A lot of the lads have spoken about the fact that this is a great opportunity to network and meet up with people that they already know from the game, former players, colleagues that they probably played against them with in the past. Is there a particular draw to this kind of event for you personally?
Well, it's to see some old faces, you know, and I think that seeing where they're at today and what they're doing, and you know, it's always a great coming together when footballers meet, and ex-footballers particularly meet, and of course you get in the bar the stories that come out, like, you know what I mean. It's always a great pleasure to stand or sit and listen to, you know, great careers and what people have done in football, because it's such a wonderful game.
Yeah. You know, you obviously managed at Bolton, and you spoke a little bit about this yesterday, JJ Okocha.
Yeah, sure.
My parents are Nigerian, so I have an affinity to that nation, and I have an affinity to the fact that when I used to watch him when I was a kid, when he was at Bolton, absolutely mesmerising the player. So this might be a little bit difficult for you, but during the course of your career, do you have a favourite club that you've managed and a favourite player?
Well, the club has always been Bolton, because I went when I was 15 from the Midlands. I made my debut when I was, I think 18 it was, got a distant memory for me now. Played for just over 10 years, and then came back as a player for a short time, and then obviously in the fact that I was doing so well as a manager at Notts County, they decided to get me to come and save them when they were struggling in the bottom of the Championship, you know. So in 1999, on my birthday no less. So and that era was again an absolutely superb era for me, for Bolton and the Bolton fans, and I still live in Bolton, and I always appreciate whenever a Bolton fan comes up and thanks me for the time that they enjoyed when we were all together, taking to the club into places it'd never been before. So that was the ultimate experience, a player, and taking him into the Premier League as a manager, and taking Bolton as a player into the First Division at that particular time. So, and still living in Bolton, married a Bolton girl, family's all there now. So Bolton is the place for me.
Brilliant. There was one other question I was going to ask you around the football side. I'm a United fan. Would you save United? We're in a bit of a mess right now.
I think that it's a hugely difficult task when you look at the quality of managers that Manchester United have had over the last few years. And of course, you know, if I had to put my finger on it, it's more that the players of Man United have bought over the years that have been the problem, more than the coaches. And everybody knows in the professional game that we only survive as managers and only improve our careers when we have better players coming in to improve the team, and then you as a manager produce a a training facility and an opportunity physically, mentally to succeed together, and give them the guidelines on how they can achieve that success. If that quality of player isn't there, but the demand of Manchester United is, then it's very difficult to be successful.
Yeah. And so, final question for you: What's next? Have you got anything specific going on at the moment?
No, I run my podcast, No Tippy Tappy Football, which has been going for just over 2 years now on all social media sites. So, anybody over here wants to log in and have a look, please do so. Get some great guests on, and of course, you know, we're thriving in terms of our subscribers and our followers, and we want to continue that. I can express my opinion on football, on how it's developed. The people that we invite in guests, generally we go back into a lot of old stories that we've had and memories that we cherish, like you mean. So hopefully it's keeping everybody entertained and we're growing.
Indeed. Really good to speak to you, Big Sam.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Cheers.
We are in the dressing room for the Scottish team right now, as you can probably see. Lots of players around. I'm joined by Frank, though. You're an absolute legend of the game, and I quite enjoyed your speech yesterday as well. Very eye-opening.
Well, I certainly had a good life, that's for sure. I done well at football and I enjoyed myself off it. So it was good. It was good fun.
So
Life's too short, as they say.
This isn't your first time up?
No, it's not. I've been here a few times, and it's it's good. It's good fun. The boys, after drinking for 3 days, coming here and running about and taking heart attacks. It's good fun. The boys love it. The boys love it.
So with the match today, what's your prediction on the score?
Well, I believe they've cut it down to 7-a-side now, isn't it? So it's only 7-a-side. So there'll be all the Scotland boys will be no running. No, they won't run. No, so I'll have to be everything in at feet. Because the boys won't chase it. So it's going to be good fun. It'll be good fun. It'll be entertaining for the crowd.
Good.
Charlie Miller sitting there, best player we've got. He's got a beer in his hand. That's good pre-match warm up. That's the way it used to be. So it's all
brilliant. And in this type of event, how does it have any impact for you in terms of like networking, or is it literally just?
No, we all come out because of Derek. It's just we all love Derek, so we come out and it's great for the boys to come out and get together. We don't see each other enough. You know, we used to kick lumps at each other on a pitch, and we come away and now we have a beer and we just enjoy it and do what Derek wants us to do and turn up at whatever. And it's all good.
Brilliant. Question for you. If you look at all of your playing career, could you sum up a favourite moment? Is there one that particularly sticks out in your mind?
Nah, not really. I mean, too many. Made my debut for Scotland and scoring in my debut and scoring 2 goals in a cup final, and but probably it would be because when I signed for Celtic, my first game, seeing my mum and dad in the stand, that was probably, for me, that was the best moment.
Proud moment.
Because my dad used to take me all the games when I was a little boy, all the way through my teens, so it was great to see my dad so proud to see me on the pitch. That was good.
I can understand. You are definitely part of a very few elite when it comes to the game and the things you've been able to do and the things you've been able to achieve. So absolutely, I could see that being a proud moment.
We used to. There was some great players when I played. You know, I was fortunate to play in an era with Gascoigne and I was dropping all the boys and it was fun and it was great, but it was so serious and good players.
What's next for you at the moment then?
None. I'm doing podcasts. I'm just back home in Scotland now and I do a podcast, which is brilliant. And it's really took off. So, you know, I'm not. There's so many podcasts now, but they go too deep. I'm just in it for fun. And we have a laugh with Rod Stewart on. I had to meet him in the pub. I had to do it in the pub. So I met Rod in the pub. We were going to Celtic game that night, so we got absolutely smashed in the afternoon. It was great. It was good fun. That's the kind of podcast I like.
Fantastic. So, for the viewers who are going to be watching this, what's the name of the podcast? How do they?
Let me be frank. That's it. Simple. Let me be frank. That's it. That's it. And I'm just going through my phone about getting all my friends coming on. It's brilliant. So I've had some good names: Ray Winston, as I say, Rod. Jim Kerr's coming on in a couple of weeks for Simple Minds, and it's good. It's all good.
Brilliant. Good to speak to you, Frank.
Thank you, my friend. Enjoy the day.
So I'm joined by one of the sponsors of the Legends Dinner this year, Barry. He's from Zellum. Barry, Is this the first time sponsoring the event, or?
For Xelim, yeah, Xelim's a new business into the UAE, so we probably came in about 4 or 5 months ago for ADIPEC. AI technology and software for manless recovery and protection for manpower and assets offshore. So bringing new technology in, there's a big driver with AI in the Middle East. So myself and the CEO have been here over the last few months promoting the business as well as understanding the network, how the UAE works, and as everybody knows in the UAE, it's not about what you know, it's also who you know, how the company operates, and things are very, very different. So the events like this are very, very key to new businesses coming in, which are very helpful.
Was there a particular draw to the Legends Dinner event specifically?
Personally, I've been coming for 10, 11 years, and obviously been able to grow our network historically. I think for a business like this coming in with the key people that are here, you know, from the sponsors, Mojitech, Motive, Torishima, the connections there they're so valuable for people and new businesses and coming into the region. And I think that the network of where the expat community is, this is one of only a few that are very personal. You can actually get up close. You can play golf for the day. There's a gala dinner. There's the football. The football's great because it's family and friends as well. So it brings that work and family balance in, which is just fantastic.
Yeah, they always say that obviously business in the UAE very, very fast moving because this is a very, I would say, forward-thinking kind of country and what they're trying to build. So from a business point of view on the AI kind of sector that you are dealing, what's the big vision for the company here?
I think for us is multi-sector, so we're working in marine and oil and gas here specifically. We work in cruise and commercial marine as well, but we're also moving into the defence sector, so we work with the US Navy, US Coast Guard. But obviously there's a big defence supply base here as well. Like naming too many, they're very well linked globally. So for us, our software can be utilised onshore and offshore for multiple styles of assets. So they are at the forefront of technology from an AI point, but as well as design, engineering, manufacturing, and also the cost element helps compared to other regions. So yeah, it's a big draw for software tech companies as well as design and manufacturing.
Fantastic. So what's been your favourite kind of highlight so far?
This week? Today hasn't started yet, so normally it's only if Scotland win. But again, seeing Scotland win the golf yesterday was really good. I think the gala dinner, obviously the location within the hotel setting changed to Soul Beach Club, which is obviously now with the hotel, was absolutely outstanding last night. I think you guys were there. And it was phenomenal. I think Derek White does an amazing job, specifically single-handed as well. I try and help and the guys help, but he's very driven. But to be honest, I think this year's been really good for me because there's been a few new faces. Again, I think Xelim's come in, which has been great for me being able to introduce the team to the regional network. But again, I think it's seeing all the boys with customers. You know, some of the players have been coming for a long time, so they know the sponsors, they know what everybody does, so they're almost like a salesman for you with a professional history of football. So it's I'd probably say just the players coming, to be honest, has been the best thing as always.
So I know that they're warming up right now. What do you think the score is going to be? Any predictions?
Well, the fact that Lee Henry never made it might be better in Scotland's favour because he's been a thorn in our backside for long enough. He scored a few past me in the day, but I think Robbie Winters was on fire last year. I would say 4-2 Scotland.
Okay. Close. I'm hoping for an England win, but
if it is, I'll buy you a pint, okay?
I'll take that. I think you guys have got a few more players than we have at the moment.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Okay.
No. Don't start being biased.
Security.
But we've got some of the older boys on our team as well. So yeah, to be honest, it's really good. Obviously, slightly narrower pitch this year to save the legs. It's hot today. It was warm yesterday. It's hot again today. But no, it's good. I think from seeing Willie Duff standing there with a goalie, through to Charlie Miller and Andy McLaren's and people like that. Lee McCulloch's obviously here this year, ex-Rangers of Scotland, fantastic guy and player. But England's got Gareth Barry. So Stevie Howard, Seth, Mickey Gray. Thankfully, he's got a shoulder injury, so he's popping up the bar with me at the minute. But I think Scotland will pip it this year. So yeah.
All right. Really good to speak to you, Barry. Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks.
Right, so I'm joined by Graham, who's from Motive, who's also another sponsor of the Legends event. Really nice to meet you, Graham. Tell us a little bit more about why you sponsored the event and what's your point of the business point of view?
Motive have sponsored the event for, I think it's about 4 years now that we've been sponsors with the guys at Mojitech. I think it's great for the community, for business. It's good to get everyone together and come to events like these.
So this is the fourth time. So
I think it's
obviously,
the fourth time, yeah.
have you been at every single one of them?
Yes, yeah.
Have you had a favourite moment out of the last 4 years?
Oh, there's quite a few favourite moments, but I don't think I could talk about any of them on camera if I'm honest, you know.
Yeah, I've heard that it gets a little bit boozy. I think yesterday was a prime example of it, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the golf day is great as well. I mean, you get everyone together, play golf through the day, get the dinner at night, you know, get all the stories from the players. It just brings everyone together. Yeah.
I was speaking to one of the other sponsors earlier, and he was saying how these type of events are really, really good. Yes, for business on one side, but also just making connections and just general relations with people that are in the Dubai community, if you want, especially in the business community.
Yeah, I don't think we're good enough at that whole networking thing. I mean, I think we should actually host more events like this to get people together, get them working with each other. Collaboration is absolutely key to doing business in Dubai, especially as an expat. Yeah.
So what do you guys do at Motive?
So we are a winch and offshore cable lay company. So we hire equipment for subsea construction offshore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So is this part of the world a big
Yeah,
business?
Yeah, huge. Yeah, so this is our second biggest region, is the Middle East. Yeah, and then obviously we're kind of all over the world now. We're 400 plus employees.
Wow.
We just bought a business, so we're now expanding into APAC and into the US as well.
Okay,
yeah,
fantastic. So what's the general outlook for the business moving forward for you guys? What the hopes?
Yeah, growth really. We put our people at the forefront of what we do, so we try and do as much organic growth as we possibly can. You know, we're always looking for mergers and acquisitions. You know, we're always looking to expand the business, but really putting our people at the core of what we do to really expand.
Fantastic. So obviously the players are warming up at the moment.
Yeah.
Scotland won yesterday.
Yeah.
What do you think the score's going to be?
Oh, definitely Scotland 3-2, without a doubt. Yeah.
Excellent. Good
Okay.
man. Really good to see you.
Nice to meet you. Thanks.
Cheers. Thank you. So thanks for joining us for this episode of It's Not a Free Brunch. We've been at the Legends event for the past couple of days now. And look, I think for this episode, the importance of networking is really important, whether you're here for business or you're just here to live the Dubai dream. Connecting with people and being in a community of people is really, really powerful. I think as humans, it's something that we gravitate towards. We need that camaraderie. And I think watching the players the ex-legends of the game interact with each other the past couple of days, whether they played with each other or played against each other, they definitely have that sense of camaraderie. And so look, if you've enjoyed this episode, please let us know in the section down below. It's been a personal pleasure for me to meet Big Sam and to speak with Gareth Barry. He's a fellow Hastonian, as they say. But if you have enjoyed this, please let us know that you have. And if you have any questions, make sure that you drop a comment in the sections down below as well. But as always, I've been your host, Peter Komalafe. Until next time, I'll catch you later.